That song was the first Whitey Cracker song I ever heard.
Yeah, it's a good song, man. Good track. It actually made it through on Spotify, so looking it up on Spotify there. I'll add it to. My Combinator, right? Or do you have anything that you have on top of your head?
I'm sorry, dude, the music's really loud.
Is it?
Yeah.
It means it's really loud for everybody else. We don't need a music bed. We don't need a music bed.
What were you asking for?
I was just asking you how you doing and what you thought about Y Combinator, whether or not we should use them as a kind of news thingy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Instead of something else. Is it news.ycombinator.com? I don't even know. I'm gonna go ahead and just bail out and go to PacketStorm. This is fun.
I'm out.
Google Android RCE bug allows attackers full device access. I love it.
Yeah.
By the way, if you don't know, PacketStorm, like the dude that owns and runs it, dudes that run and own it, they curate this news. They don't just like bullshit. They actually look through it, and they make interesting stuff on the front page. Gotta be honest, this is pretty fucking interesting. Looks like a vulnerability is one of 39 affecting various aspects of mobile OS. Flaw is 2020 CVE 103. You know anything about this? You heard about it?
I have not. Well, I've heard about it, but I haven't had a chance to look at it yet.
Oh shit. It's still doing the zoom quilt. Let me try and fix that so you can see my screen instead of the zoom quilt. Even though the zoom quilt is fucking awesome. We do have some stuff that's up on the screen that's slightly cool too. Let me pull it. News.
So this isn't really that surprising, though. Reading over this, it says that the attackers can craft a specially crafted transmission packet to execute arbitrary code in the context of privileged access, but the privileged status of the application controls the access that they get. So basically, when you download a calculator app and you give it full device control, you're kind of leading to this, right? If you're actually vetting your apps properly on Android and not using some stupid app that has full rights to everything to be a flashlight, or like downloading the Facebook app on your phone, which needs full device control,
Back in
you're
the
gonna
day, the uh, the flashlight apps that just wanted full access and were botnets, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Um, but with Android, you're definitely taking your security into your own hands with those. A lot of the time,
Yeah.
the having more access to your device is inherently more insecure.
Yeah,
Um,
I'd agree. I'd agree. And, it makes people less likely to be trusting of things like the COVID tracking stuff that they're doing right now. And I gotta be honest, as a consumer, I take pause when I hear about things like, oh, Apple and Google teamed up. First of all, just gonna put this out there. If you have never read the unsealed documents or the court documents between uh, Apple and Google, you should read them because they do not like each other.
Not big
Um,
fan.
no, I'll just speak from a really high level too, but like Steve Jobs, there's emails from him um, declaring global thermonuclear war on Google. And so to see them getting along and like developing something is really crazy. Uh, I I'm not sure what to think of it. What do you think, man? Because like, in my opinion, you have Apple, which is notoriously really pretty good about your privacy. Um, say what you want, but they're expensive and blah blah blah. They're good about your privacy. Google, they don't give a fuck. You're the product. You're the cattle.
Yep.
But now they're coming together to do this COVID thing. Do you trust it? Do you not? What's up?
I guess it kind of depends, right? Whose EULAs are winning out here, right? And uh,
So
you,
literally, you're gonna wait until legal agreement time to see what ends up being in the legal agreements.
oh, I don't trust it implicitly. I mean, anything that a big company is doing usually is not in your best interest, right?
Fair.
You do have the exception of Apple kind of gives a shit about their user security. You can tell this time and time again. There are court cases where the feds have asked them to break into phones and shit, and Apple's been like, "Fuck you guys, nope." Like even when they had exploits for it, they've just told people no. Um,
Yeah.
so Apple wins for user security there, but end of the day, um, it's still going to be rough to trust it. So I don't know. I wouldn't trust it personally, but I don't trust any company's large stuff. So
That's
um,
fair, man.
C- CCPA makes it a little bit easier, though. I mean,
What's CCP?
you're yeah.
What's that?
California Consumer Protection Act, which is the
Ooh,
GDPR of
yes.
California.
Except for it
Um,
has daggers for teeth instead
yeah,
of teeth or something.
yeah,
It's
well,
really it's worse than GDPR, I would say. If
kind
you're
of,
if
other
you're coming
than the
from the
fact that the daggers was like California was like, yeah, we're gonna enforce it. And then it's like, well, how many cases are you pursuing? They're like, we're gonna do 2 a year, is what they announced.
what?
Yeah, the
No
the
shit.
announcement. Yeah, it was like we'll do like 2 to 4 cases a year.
Oh my god.
So like when you have a big
Dude.
company like Apple, very likely that they'll get pounded in the ass by this, right? But like companies smaller than Apple, probably not, man. If they're only going after 2 to 4 cases a year, they're going to go after sure things and companies that can pay huge fines.
Yeah.
So
That's fucking crazy though. Like I did not hear about that.
yeah.
That's sad and that makes Panda cry. Um
But a lot of the times the threat of compliance will still get companies to be compliant. So even though the threat might be low, most companies aren't going to look into this, and most companies are still going to protect their ass. So
well, yeah, so most companies aren't going to look at it from a evasive point of view. They're going to look at it as a how do I do this correctly?
yeah,
And
exactly.
that's good. That's and because at the end of the day, the California Privacy Act, if you're not aware of it, um, we'll dive into it for a few seconds.
Canada has one coming out too.
What's that?
Canada has one too that's based on the CCPA. I think it either just came out or it is coming out.
And where is it again? I'm sorry.
Canada
Oh, Canada. I
has,
don't have my
yeah.
cans on, so I can't hear you as much. It's
Oh
totally
yeah,
my
so
fault.
Canada is going to do
Okay,
their own version of GDPR and CCPA.
excellent. So here's the reason that you guys want to pay attention. Here, I'll even fucking put this up. Boop. Yeah, this is an important part of the stream. Um, this is something that you as okay, first of all, 50% of people that are on my Twitter live in California. So right off the bat, 50% of you are probably from California or live in California or say you're from California. Um, even if you're not, take a look through this stuff and realize that it's not, as far as I know, it's not validated that you have to live in California um, more than just an attestation of saying I live in California. You need to follow these rules. Um, there's here's the fact sheet. There's really good stuff that this law did. Um, it gives Californians. I actually do live in California. It gives you the ability to uh, have your data archived and and given to you that a company is collected. A company like Twitter or Facebook or Apple or Google or any of them. So you have the right to know what personal information is being collected, shared, or sold, both as to the categories and the specific pieces of information. That's huge. That's massive. Um, the right to delete. This is massive. You guys, like, this is really, really big. Right to delete is huge. And they have timelines that they have to do this in. They have to do it within 45 minutes or 45 days. 45 minutes would be awesome. I would love it if the law said that.
I
but
wouldn't.
I
I have to
think
comply with this shit.
yeah, I think that's putting a little too much of a squeeze on them. So we'll leave it at 45 days. But yeah, 45 days. You have the right to opt out of them ever selling your personal information. You can direct a business that sells the information to stop it, to fucking knock it off. Children under the age of 16 must provide opt-in consent with no with a parent or guardian consenting for children under 13. That means that COPA is on steroids now in California. And if all the tech companies that you enjoy right now are based in California. They're based in pretty much this fucking 50-mile radius where I'm at in San Jose. Mountain View, Cupertino, Sunnyvale, all that stuff is like within this very small little area in California. Um, it's important. This is the best part right here. Right to non-discrimination in terms of price or service when a consumer exercises their privacy right under CCPA. But this also means that you are not going to be discriminated against if you exercise your rights. The business can't just say, well, I don't know, if you don't agree with our really crazy collection policies, then you can't play our game. Nope. That's considered discrimination. Electronic discrimination, obviously. But it is considered something discrimination or retaliatory wise. Uh, they can't do it. They cannot do it. There will be absolutely businesses that do this too and think that they can get away with it. And they will find that no, you cannot get away with this. You have to play ball or you're going to get wrecked.
I think that the best part is actually not even in here. The CCPA also um, makes it so when you have an email that you agree to opt in for something, they have to specify exactly what it's being used for. So if you opt in to get email communications from them, they have to say what those are going to be prior to that. And if they send you one that's not on their list of approved communication types, then it's fine as well. Um,
Damn.
so like say, you say, yeah, I agree to your communications, and then they say, hey, we have a new partner, go check out their website. That wasn't covered.
Right? And then, so what ends up happening in that case?
They would get a fine per email,
Wow,
actually.
that's amazing. The privacy stuff is coming down and it's coming down hard. And I can't say that I'm like disappointed in it or anything. I think it's great. This stuff is
I
awesome for consumers.
It's good, but at the same point in time, it needs to be regulated more federally. The
Oh
problem that
yeah.
we're going to see and the thing that's going to come in is what happens to companies when they have to comply with 50 different states, all with differing, varied privacy laws. Um, what happens when they have to compete or do that to 50 states plus 200 countries in the world, roughly 237 I think. But yeah, what happens when there's 280 different privacy laws they have to work with? Do you know, to have a startup, do you have to have a legal team of 40 people just to get your privacy stuff right? Like, there needs to be some underlying, maybe like, European Union to GDPR, maybe North America comes together and makes our own. Um, but it needs to be just as good for the consumer, but it needs to be enforced throughout most of the world, or at least the civilized, or not civilized world, but the Western world, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
So
Nah, yeah, I definitely agree. I think it's a thing that like we're talking about easily right now, right? But the reality of it is, uh, the mom and pop shops or mom and pop server blades. I don't know how you chop that
yeah,
one, but anyways, however you chop it, it's still they're the people that need to read this stuff and need to be aware of it because even in my own personal experience, I've exercised my rights from California's Privacy Act on a few companies because I had to. I had no other choice. And they didn't even know it existed. But then I linked them to it, and I said, you know, I could be an asshole and see you right now, but I'm not going to. Please, can you get this done? And they tend to listen when that starts.
Yeah.
That is truth.
Yeah, the 50,000 customer thing is pretty small when you consider the fact that, you know, even a mom and pop store in LA could have 50,000 customers pretty easily.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, this needs to apply to everybody pretty much equally. I mean, the the consumer shouldn't be getting sold out by the little guy, because
Asshole and see
basically
you
if we
right
start
now,
making
but I'm
these
not
laws
going to.
only against Facebook and Google, what we're going to notice is that your mom and pop stores are just going to start selling out all your data, um, little by little. It has to protect you everywhere.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, yeah, where do you stop, right? Because with every good thing, there's a certain amount that's like, have you gone too far? Fuck! Oh no,
I
did we
mean,
go too far?
when people have been getting bullied for the better part of 25 years of the internet, um, the companies brought this on themselves, right? Like the companies were told time and time again, get your shit together, get your shit together. And then, you know, we see things like the, what was that? Encyclopedia Britannica? Was that the one?
I don't know. Did
And
the Encyclopedia Britannica get fucked?
yeah, I think it was that, and then there was the, what was the stuff that Facebook was doing with that, selling all your user data to somebody?
Oh, Facebook. Facebook, I consider to be the world's literal worst uh service ever. There's
Yeah.
I don't know what they would be doing
Oh,
though.
Cambridge Analytica. It was close. I was like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, Cambridge
That's a good
Analytica.
one.
Yeah, I knew that it was like some fucking almost alliteration sounding bullshit. But anyways, yeah, I mean that when that shit is happening to your customers and they're told time and time again, get your shit together, get your shit together, get your shit together. Well, eventually people are gonna get pissed, and when they get pissed, they're gonna clap back. So
Yeah, agreed. I
don't
mean,
treat people like shit.
yeah, don't treat people like shit, and don't maybe try not to fuck everybody over at every chance you get.
Yeah.
Crazy ideas. I know. I'm saying some crazy stuff here. I'm a really crazy guy. But maybe just maybe could just stop fucking each other over.
Here's an example, man. I work for a pretty large company, not like huge, but we're big enough. We don't collect personal data on any of our customers. We do not do anything besides some light pixelization of our website exclusively for the purpose of fixing bugs and stuff like that. But we don't do any of that. We don't sell any of our clients' data. We don't sell any of our customers' data. We don't do anything like that.
hmm
We
It's
just do our job, and that's it.
it's
It's not that hard.
because you don't want to deal with it, right? Like I mean, like
Hey,
honestly, when it comes down to it, dealing and having to fucking put up with all the craziness that's around CCPA and privacy laws, that's a huge thing that, not a lot of, it's not a sexy topic, but it's a topic that uh, really gives you your freedom
mhm,
and maintains your freedom and your privacy.
yeah, just don't just don't collect data, guys. It's not that hard. I don't even
I
understand the appeal to it most of the time
Oh
anyway.
yeah. do not collect data and you won't have to worry about it. That's goddamn brilliant. It's
No trace,
seriously,
no case.
it's very fucking true. All right, let's go through the packet storm top 4.
Oh man,
Europol.
here's one that I saw that I wanted to talk about, and this is one that I know that you'll know about because it's been going everywhere, man.
This one?
No, the latest Apple text bomb crashes iPhones via messages notification.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Why don't you take the floor and let people? You can run a browser or whatever you want, or if you want
Yeah,
me to go to a website, I'm gonna let
here,
you
I'll just
talk
send
about
it
it
to
though.
you. I'll just send it to you.
Yeah.
It's in Google Hangouts now. So this is one that we've kind of noticed. It was kind of going through Twitter the past couple weeks, where a bunch of people on Twitter were having their iPhones crash, and now they found that people are sending it to you as text. This happens with the iPhone quite a bit, as far as this is one of those things where when the rendering fails on the notification window, it crashes the system. I don't remember how because I've been like 5 years since I've been deep into the iPhone.
Interesting.
But these are pretty insane. These will completely shut down their phone, and if they reboot their phone and they get another text message, it will do the same.
Wow.
This one isn't as bad in that I think this one only affects the notification window, which you can actually get rid of this just by disabling the notification window. You just turn banner notifications off. But yeah, this one's just, I don't know, man. I always find these so good. Like, I think that these kind of bugs are the ones that are just perfectly fucking harmless, but they like really piss everybody off, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. I'm in a hard spot with that one, but yeah, if you haven't done it,
What's your hard spot with that?
I just am.
Oh yeah, I was just saying. No, I mean like I was just saying like these text attacks stop, or sorry, these text attacks and Unicode symbol bombs, text bomb attacks. You know that it could be so much worse if Apple didn't do things properly. You could have like overflows, which lead to system takeover. But I think that this was just a really good one to bring up with the Google Android having RCE on it, and then Apple having what essentially could have been a similar bug had they not coded properly, and Apple's just crashes the phone. I think that's pretty cool.
Hell yeah, definitely. Let me know next time so that I can get you up on the screen so you can you can present. But let me just type something to you really fast.
Yeah, I'm gonna type something to you as well.
So there's that. Yeah, no. Anyways, okay, moving on. Let's check out what Storm has in store for us. Actually, we didn't go to this Europol Infinity Black Hacker group. We think about this though. Europol announced arrest of 5 Polish hackers who are part of Infinity Black. It's a cool name. All right, I'll give it a cool.
That is a pretty cool name.
I'll give it a thumbs up. They formed in late 2018. Damn. So the Infinity.Black. I was literally gonna actually try and snipe .Black from them, but apparently they already did it. They stole collections of user credentials. Oh, that's all they did. These credentials were assembled back at a unit in prior years. Oh my god, is this illegal? I'm actually asking. Is this illegal? I hope not. There we go. There we go. If you start selling it, then it becomes a problem. Although I would argue Troy Hunt's doing the exact same fucking thing. He's just commercialized it. How is Troy Hunt, what Troy Hunt does, any different than this? Really? How is it?
That's a great question, man.
You know? I mean, like, I'm not trying to be an asshole either. I'm actually asking this question. If you know and you want to call in and explain to me, my God, feel free. I'm going to open up the Google Hangout / Google Voice line right now. Oops, I'm still logged in as Sandeep. Just a note, goodbye Sandeep. You were really helpful for that educational stuff. Wait, we logged back into to this account. I don't see anything in this press release though that shows they did anything egregiously bad, dude.
No, but it said Europol resisted them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's why, right? The Europeans are kind of going
They're all
ham.
crazy.
I mean, you gotta figure, man, they have the GDPR now, and they are kind of...
That guy was the one who arrested the WikiLeaks data guys though.
That's fair.
Which is like, that's some bullshit. In my opinion. Like, I think I didn't ever see WLI, WikiLeaks info. I never saw those guys once approach anybody in a improper or illegal way to get data all the time. Data that was dumps and like illegally obtained. Yes, but once that data is made public, it becomes part of the public, and it's in the public's best interest to publish that data in a searchable, usable form so that the public can protect themselves against attacks like this. And it's a really good tool for figuring out if you're owned or your family members are owned. One thing I can say immediately is my in-laws, my father-in-law's got a whatever, he does his thing online. I don't ask questions, but he's findable all over the place, right? And I can say, hey, your password's here, and here, and here, and here, and here. This password's like 30 pages long. But it can be used to show them how to do good password hygiene, and that's what I think, and that's what I always used WikiLeaks info for. I had a lifetime account on WikiLeaks info, 666. Yeah, I paid that 666, and I got my lifetime account, and I'll be damned, they got shut down. Rest in peace. But
do you think they'll come out and come back like what's his name, the guy that did Mega?
Nah, I think they're fucked, because the UK government got a hold of them. I thought so for a bit. I was like, maybe they're okay. But then I saw that they got screwed over. It was not a good situation.
Oof. Malicious USB drives infect 35,000 computers with crypto mining botnet.
What is that?
Yikes.
Let's just take a look at the rest of this article real quick. So, okay, so far, the damning evidence against these Infinity Black hacker group is that they had DBs. Whoa. Look out. Everybody look out. Super hackers. And I say that not against Infinity Black hacker group. They're fine. I don't give a shit. I'm saying that to law enforcement more is like, you realize pretty much everybody, including white hats or black hats or whatever, everybody has a database list that's they've gotten from online from a stolen dump. It's just how the world works these days. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of that. I liked back in the days when our shit was a little more secure. But sadly, these are the times we live in. But I mean, seizing them just because they were selling databases? Ugh, I don't know. It says during the arrest, police seized electronic equipment, external hard drives, and cryptocurrency wallets, all worth 100,000 euros.
Well, I think what got them in trouble was they used the creds to try to get into other websites, looked for password reuse and stuff like that. So I think where they're going to start getting really nailed is in that.
Yeah.
That's not good. Don't do that. If you get a database leak, don't use it to get into other websites.
Or if you do, be really fucking careful about it, because
Yeah, don't fucking talk about it.
if you do it the wrong way, you're in for a long, terrible ride. That said, I think it's a legitimate. Well, let's put this out for. Let's see what everybody thinks. Is this a legitimate way of conducting pen tests using databases and leaked credentials?
Yeah, that's great.
If you're able to, by the way, can you link the Twitch or the Discord in the Twitch chat for everybody?
Yeah, give me just one moment here.
Hell yeah! Thanks, man.
You know, we should be making straw polls for these questions when we ask people.
I know. Because there's only a few people that are gonna reply, and not Bear. Yeah, definitely says yes. Is there anybody that thinks it's out of bounds?
Yeah, who thinks that would be bad? Who wouldn't do this on a pen test? I mean, for that matter, who doesn't run OSINT on their pen test targets to try to get creds anyway?
Yeah. Do you run against yourself? Like,
absolutely.
And like, how much is too much? When is it over the line? That's the real question.
Do you have to pay for it? Is that when it becomes over the line? I mean,
I wouldn't think so.
Part of the thing that's hard is, and part of the problem that I have with pen tests is they are essentially useless if you get scope. Hackers don't give a fuck about your scope.
It's very true, my friend. Yeah, scope is for the weak. And I say that kind of jokingly, but I also say it in the most serious way possible. If you're putting a scope on something, you're putting handcuffs on yourself. And that's not the way to play. So this is a really interesting story, only in that it doesn't seem like they did all that much. Maybe I'll have to reread it. I'm gonna star it. Blatantly illegal stuff.
The only thing they did wrong in there was the creds thing, the using the creds to log into other services.
Did it say they did that?
Yeah, it said it was like the third paragraph.
Oh, I must have missed that. Using the collection, cause yeah, okay. Well, you can't fucking do that. If you're seriously, for real. If you're gonna run a site like leaked.pw or leaksource.com or whatever the fuck, you can't ever talk about crimes. Ever again. You can never chat about crimes. Ever. Just fucking give it up. Because the second you do, you turn it into a criminal organization. Okay?
And you can't sell hacking tools either, like NotBear said. Like,
You can.
if you're gonna be
You
running
totally
shit like
can.
that, don't do that.
You can absolutely sell hacking tools. But again, get used to never talking about crime ever again online. Get used to never acknowledging anything other than up and up stuff. Because if you fuck up and you talk about crime, or you make that mistake where you talk about crime in the context of a business, you've turned your business into a criminal organization. And
Yep.
it all it takes is once. Just one time. It's so fucking crazy. Like, it's not fair, really. Honestly. But that's all the government needs to fucking come after you. Is one time of you fucking up and saying, I was gonna do blah blah blah, and
RICO, and you can get RICO just for the implication of you being involved. So, um,
I haven't seen anybody get RICO'd. I've seen there's been threat of it. In certain instances, but it's definitely a thing that like it's a thing that exists. And so yeah, you wanna be real careful about not getting involved in that stuff, because Rico ain't no fun. Just ask any of the mob bosses, really.
or Takashi 6ix9ine.
Is he on Rico?
That's what they were trying to get him in. That's why he flipped, because they were trying to RICO the entire 9 Trey Bloods stuff onto him. That's why he flipped on all the 9 Trey Bloods, because he was like, fuck going to jail for all those crimes.
Man, that's some crazy stuff. And like, yeah, you're right. That's fuck that. Lord. Alright, let's hit the next article. Digicert hit by hackers through buggy config tool. I'm saying this is long overdue.
Yeah.
Oh, salt? Is this a salt issue? Oh god, and lineage. I was gonna talk about this, but apparently this is all tied together. So lineage is one of the OSs that I've been like, hey, install Lineage, everybody. It's really cool and really lightweight and all this other great stuff. And then they get fucking owned. Just demolished. Owned. Let's look at this. Miscreants too busy mining crypto to notice gold. What is this? Ghost.org? Ugh, I hate this term. I fucking can't stand this term.
Which one?
Dude, you want to trigger me? Say that term.
Which one?
The one that's highlighted on the screen.
Oh, I can't see. The stream's really far behind for me.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh shit. It is really far behind, isn't it? I got a lot of work I'm gonna have to do later.
Yes, 30 seconds behind right now. Holy shit.
Yeah, just about 30 seconds. That's wonderful. Anyway, it just says near do well.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking Krebs uses that all the time.
So that's what I'm gonna change my Twitter handle to and
Dude,
all
I'll
that shit.
fucking block you in a second.
I'll fucking block you. Damn it.
I'll fucking block your goddamn. God damn it. Anyways, yeah, Krebs is a huge fan of that term, and whatever. Take it or leave it, but I think it's a I don't know. That exploit getting access to the CT servers. This is an interesting one because I don't know much about it. For its part, SaltStack SVP Alex was keen to remind users that we must reinforce how critical it is that Salt users patch their systems, temporarily halting the certificate transparency service. I don't know. Has anybody even ever heard of this before? This DigiCert and their whole certificate thing. I haven't. Never heard it. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I haven't heard of this one to be honest. I mean I've heard that there was something going on with them, but I didn't see that. I'm reading through it right now. So they breached Lineage servers via unpatched hosts. Operating system source code was unaffected, and so were the operating system builds, which had already been paused since April 30th because of an unrelated issue.
Good.
The signing keys used to authenticate the official distributions were also unaffected. So basically, they got breached and nothing happened.
Yeah, this time, or at least as far as we know, right? So.
Well, I mean, this article is pretty cut and dry. I'm going to assume that if they're giving exact details like this, that they have a pretty good fucking sim.
Yeah. So, DigiCert, it sounds like they are the focus of this article. But oddly, that other.
I think it's Salt that is the one that got breached. So
Right?
Salt,
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
yeah. So Salt Stack Corporation, they make Salt. Salt is what has the bug in it, and there were two huge vulnerabilities that were going on it, which were an authentication bypass bug and a directory traversal bug, which, when you combined them, allowed you to bypass login procedures and run code on any Salt master server left exposed to the internet. So, close up fucking ports that you don't need, guys.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Seriously, don't allow incoming ports except for the stuff that you need.
Yeah, 8443, that's it. That's all you pretty much need 99% of the time.
So it looks
Yeah.
like Not Bear said she was gonna call in, so give me a second.
Attacks exploiting these two bugs began sometime yesterday, and some instances, the attackers planted backdoors on the hack servers. In most instances, they were just deploying cryptocurrency miners. So
I
there are currently
honestly, for risk mitigation or risk reduction, I highly recommend that people out there, if you're gonna do something bad and illegal and all that, do crypto miners, like mine crypto on somebody else's network. Don't ransom people. Ransom is how you catch international authority attention. Installing little crypto miners might not get you all that much attention.
especially ones
Pro
that
tip.
maybe only use 50% of the CPU of the
Yeah,
system.
exactly.
Cough.
Exactly. Don't get greedy. You might not. You might even get away with it. We're not trying to. Not trying to be people that are giving you crime advice. Although literally, I did name one of the streams crime advice, but that was supposed to be a something else. This is we're trying to keep it sane, right? So if you're doing something, if you're hacking something, you got a good payload and you can bot things, do what you're gonna do. But my recommendation personally, from where I sit, I see people getting popped day after day for ransoming stuff. I don't see people getting popped day after day just for running little miners or
Crypto
whatever.
miners. And I'll tell you what, with all of the enterprise and all of the large companies that I've worked for in my various jobs, I will tell you that most people's warning alerts for CPU and RAM start coming in about 80% of the box. So if you have something that you want to run forever, make sure that that box stays below 80% server usage, whether that's CPU, RAM, or whatever. Um,
Yeah.
you're not very likely to ever get caught.
Yeah. Yeah. That and what else? Um like if you run it on the weekends, like machines that are just idle on the weekends and shit. Free
Yeah,
money.
and
I'm
don't
not
use unstandard ports.
yeah. And I'm definitely not recommending you do this stuff. This is more of I'm recommending you do this over something silly like ransoming. Ransoming ain't no good.
Yeah, end of the
So
day, don't
not
commit
bear. I'm not
crimes is
sure
my
what you.
official statement.
Sorry, one second. So not bear. Try calling again because I have the window up. I don't have any incoming calls. Although I do have one missed call. So maybe that was you. And I just didn't hear it.
Officially, don't commit crimes. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Don't commit crimes. Definitely is the motto.
But if you do, don't ransomware banks or hospitals. That's how you get CIA black-sided.
Uh huh. Hell yeah, it is. Ooh, this is interesting. This doesn't let me input the audio properly. Sweet. Let me just try dialing out with it.
Thank you for calling MCI. Our system indicates you are calling from
That seems like it's going across the air.
242 2546. If this is the number you are calling about, press 1. If not, please listen to the following two
Remember,
options.
listen to the number.
To enter the number you are calling about, press 2. If you do not have a telephone number currently in service and need to establish a new telephone number, press 3. Our system indicates you are calling from 424 242 2546.
Hell yeah, that's the number. Dial on in. So, yeah, not fair. Are you calling 242, or I'm sorry, 424 242 2546? Haha, hack in. Boom. That's the phone number. Go ahead and dial it. Let's move on to the next one. Security warning. State-backed hackers, oh my god, are trying to steal coronavirus research. Well, that's not all that surprising, is it? Everybody wants to know how to cure this shit. So, yeah, looks like APT groups are at it.
Bold of them to assume that the world won't be sharing it with everybody else.
You never know, right? Like, I definitely could see certain countries withholding it. Sadly, one of them is the country I'm in. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We're seeing them use a variety of tried and true techniques to gain access to accounts and compromising credentials. If you're in cybersecurity and you release a fucking statement like that, quit. That statement says nothing. You can go fuck yourself. Of course they're using every technique they've ever used.
Yeah, agreed.
I hate that so much.
Not fair. If you want me, yeah, okay. Try again. And if you want me to call you, I can just call you.
In other incidents, the attackers repeatedly tried to compromise accounts with a series of common and frequently used passwords, a technique known as password spraying.
Oh, that's weird. So it's not even forwarding to this at all. What the fuck is going on? I think it's because the Android device that I had it hooked up to might be fucked up. Give it one more go. There you go. Hell yeah. What's up?
Hi.
Hello.
Is it working now?
I don't know.
I can hear you.
Upgrade, can you hear him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you, Upgrade.
Perfect.
Yeah. All right. Well, welcome to the show, Not Bear. It's been a long time. I think this is your first time on, huh?
I think it's the second time.
Oh, okay, right on. Well, either way, welcome to the stream. We're
Thank you.
really not planning on doing much of a stream today because of many reasons, but we did it, and we're just kind of running through the news, and letting it flow how it's gonna flow. What you got? What's on your mind?
Nothing really.
Nothing? Come on. I thought you were. I thought you had some stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
Huh.
What are you talking about earlier?
Well, we were just talking about this really boring story about state-backed researchers trying to steal coronavirus research. And we're just about to move on to another story. I think this is the story, really, is the Android RCE. Maybe cursed Chrome we could look at that. But these two stores right here, Android RCE gives full device access, and Cursed Chrome turns your browser into hacker's proxy.
Oh yeah, this cursed Chrome thing is pretty cool. I saw a tweet about it, and it's funny. Some of
Yeah?
the people in the comments were like super excited, but then other people thought it was a horrible idea to even make it.
Nice. Do you take us through it? I'm actually gonna go. I have to leave the room for a minute, so I'm gonna let you run the show with upgrade. I'll be right back.
Okay. Alright.
Just explain to people what this is and how it works.
Sure. So, I kind of forgot exactly what it was, but I think Cursed Chrome is this extension thing that basically it lets you, it lets you like take control of someone's Chrome browser. So it's like a post-exploitation tool, but you can like log into their accounts if they're like already logged in and stuff like that. It's cool.
So I think that Cursed Chrome functions as a proxy bot host. So you install it into somebody's Chrome, and then you get them as a proxy whenever Chrome is launched on their computer, which most people launch Chrome as a service within Windows, or on Mac it usually has a part that launches with the system through a launch daemon. So yes, it is a good post-exploitation tool to allow you to either pivot or have just a shit ton of bots that you can proxy through.
Yeah, I kind of forgot exactly what it was, but it's pretty cool, I think.
No, it is. It is pretty cool. I wasn't trying to. You were really close. It was very. You were right. It's just that it also has worse implications. What was the other thing? Do you know the other one?
The Android RCE or
Yeah, that
sorry,
one.
I don't really know that one.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess the security implications of Cursed Chrome is, it was created by pen testers to, it was created by pen testers so that the pen testers could have tools for simulating what a malicious browser extension scenario would look like. And now the problem is that all of these hackers are going to start using the tool for bad, which this is kind of part of this age-old conversation that you'll see rehashed on Reddit every few months, which should tools be rehashed or released?
Yes.
Yeah, or on Twitter, it gets so annoying because people argue that you should or you should not release such tools, and it's just the same old arguments.
Here's the thing:
annoying.
if
You're
you
right.
can't protect against tools that have open sourced source code, you are fucked when a real threat comes your way. So tools
Exactly,
should
I
absolutely
agree.
be released.
Yeah, it's a really good point. And I mean, so there's a lot of people that want even places like PacketStorm, good old PacketStorm. They want PacketStorm shut down because PacketStorm has a file section, and they will release exploits even if they're 0 days. They release them. I mean, here, look. There's the salt stack exploit right here. Boom.
Yeah, I saw that you retweeted that. That was really cool. Like I was looking at SaltStack. I was trying to figure out like how it could be like actually exploited, but I couldn't figure it out. And then I looked at the code and I was like, wow,
Nice.
I was dumb.
No, that's good though. That's good that you looked at it and were having an issue with it. And then, so what happened? at the end?
Oh, I looked at the code and I saw how it's exploited, and it wasn't as like hard as I like thought it would be.
I see.
I mean, it's still like smart how they did it, of course, but I was imagining it would be like a lot more like worse.
Can you take us through that? Because I'm actually, I'll be honest, I'm not the best at exploit development. I'm
probably even worse.
Well,
So
but
I don't know.
Let's both give it a try. All right, we'll both try. So it says check if your salt master is vulnerable. Python, you run this Python script, and then it checks if it's vulnerable to the whatever the hell the issue, and then this must not be the exploit though. This is the actual exploit.
I think this is an exploit. So I think basically what is happening is that there's this salt master thing. It has some functions that can be called from the like minion, and one of the functions is like unauthenticated, and so you can call it without like having like. So basically, anyone can connect to it and call that function and get like root access. Basically, I think.
What does salt do normally by itself? What even is salt?
I think it's like a configuration platform for like distributed systems. So the salt master can issue commands to like the salt minions, I think.
Okay, try and just DuckDuckGo salt platform. If I can type, if my fingers will work. Lordy. Okay, here we go. So, salt platform. That's looking like crypto stuff.
So salt is essentially Puppet, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't know how to find it. Like, where's the actual salt repo? The main one.
Oh, yeah, that's a great question.
You know what I mean? It's salt
I can
stack,
drop
right?
it in the chat if you like.
Okay, yeah, sure. I mean,
Give me 1 sec.
You're on Discord, right? So if you're on Discord,
Oh,
shouts to the Discord, by the way. We just started the Discord, but the Discord is where it's at, including NotBear.
repo.saltstack.com.
If you want to have an easy way of getting an invite, just go to discord.hacker.rehab. I think that works. Let's check it out. Discord.
Okay, I dropped the link in the main chat of the Discord. I don't know if you can see it.
Gang. Yeah.
Gang.
Nice. So yeah, discord.hacker.rehab is the way you can always remember how to find your way to the Discord. Thank you, NotBear. And let me first add you. You're officially a streamer.
You've been pimped.
You've been pimped.
Yay.
New ops mod.
Thank you.
Yeah, hell yeah. Alright, right on. So let's open up this link, which I believe is actually literally on my screen right now, but make sure. Yep, same thing. Cool. So this window is the window that's open.
Yeah, that
There we
Big
go.
Daddy, that link from F-Secure. F-Secure was actually the ones that found the 2 vulnerabilities as well.
Yeah,
So
they
there-
actually provided quite a bit of detail, which I thought was really nice. Because usually with these like 0 days, often it's very vague.
Hell yeah.
That being
Wow.
said, you shouldn't. This goes back to that same comment I had earlier where it says you should not be leaving things that don't need to be exposed to the internet. Would you expose your Puppet or your Ansible or anything? Would you expose those fully to the internet? That seems very not
Purposely?
great.
Purposely, probably not. Alright, so
Implicit deny rules.
So Big Daddy Jinping. Pretty sure I'm pronouncing that properly. But I know who that is. That's Faith. I'm pretty sure. But what up, homie? How's it going? Long time no see. We should definitely do some poo hunting one of these days. Sorry, I'm having a completely different level conversation at the moment. All right, let's look at F-Secure Lab's background. Yeah, this looks like it'll be fun for a while. Jeez. The request server port. As long as you request, or as long as the attacker connects to the request server port, it bypasses all authentication and authorization controls. Goodness.
I just want to know what the use case for having your salt stack connected to the internet is, and why you wouldn't have that on a subnet that had implicit deny rules to 0.0.0.0.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird why people would do it that way.
So there are currently 6,000 unpatched salt servers in the wild right now.
Oh yeah? On Shodan?
As of 4 hours ago, the article that I was reading says 6,000 as of 4 hours ago.
Let's take a look. Let's find them. How do I got a fucking kick-ass account. Somebody hooked me the fuck up. I was so happy. I think this is the account.
I looked up that port on Shodan, but there weren't very many results. So I think you have to do your own scanning or something. But that's kind of hard to do.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the right account or not. So everybody has my API key now. So enjoy that API key.
Hey.
I'll change it later. I don't give a fuck. So let's figure out what's going on with Shodan.
I thought you were supposed to turn off SE Linux in the firewall during setup. Is that not the way anymore? Yep, that's the way.
The way?
Firewall D. What you do is system CTL firewall or stop firewall D.
All right, what are we searching for? Salt stack?
Yeah, what's the port?
Let's just see if anything comes up with that.
Ports 4505 and 4506.
Like that?
It will be 30 seconds. 4505, 4506. If that's what you got, then you golden like the girls, dude.
Well, I did. is this showing?
I don't remember my Showdown account info.
Dude, I happened to be talking about it one day and somebody gifted me this fucking amazing account. It's fucking awesome. 4,600. Screw it. The only thing that's hard about just Shonen is that they're so censored.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't.
I
make
feel
sense.
like Shodan only shows like a very small amount of stuff that's actually out there. So
It's true.
if you are serious, you have to do your own
Yeah.
scanning.
Absolutely. That's why I set up Packatel. That's why I had that whole. I was ready to go. I was ready to do that service, and man, that just went south in so many ways. So many things working against me. But yeah, it really did not end up well. Let's just look at China instead. And that way we don't have to worry about issues.
Yeah, there's only like 5 machines that had those ports open on Showdown. So
4505.
yeah, and 4506.
Okay. And what is that then we're saying?
4505 and 4506 are the default ports for Salt Stack for the vulnerability. I will be right back.
Wow. So interesting.
Oh.
That means that they're you could just bot anybody that's at 4506.
Yeah, probably. I mean, if they haven't updated.
Wow. Yikes. Who is scan me? Who is scan me? I'm curious. Actually, no. Okay. Well, I don't see much else. I think the TLDR is there's a lot of vulnerable things out there still, and this is only a fraction of it, like because it's Shodan. Shodan, as much as it's awesome, it's also not complete, and so they definitely have. If you're on the internet, you can scan it yourself. Mass scan, very good.
Ooh.
Mass scan plus elk equals your own Shodan. Never tried that.
That's true.
What is elk?
Elastic Stack, Elasticsearch, Kibana, and Logstash. What I was setting up for a sim the other day, dude. Maybe we could do an episode on that at some point in time.
Yeah, I'm down for sure. Yeah. Huh.
The only thing that would be if you set up your own showdown using mass scan that way, you would have to write the filtering, the query to filter out and parse the logs yourself, but that's not too hard to do.
Let's see if this works. If it does, I'm gonna be.
You know what I think?
What?
Sorry. You know what I think would be really cool? Like, there are anonymous FTP servers that allow for anonymous login. If you could like scan the internet for those and then see what kind of interesting stuff people put on FTP servers, I think that would be really interesting.
Hell yeah.
Well,
If you want to do it live, if you want to just kick it off one of these days, let me know. That's absolutely something you should do. That would be fun.
and you know, people typically keep the same naming schemes across their entire environment, so you could probably get a lot of awesome information
Yeah.
about what
Yeah,
people's naming schemes are.
Good point.
Yeah, I've heard about, I think it was Boeing, they left code like on FTP servers that were open and then people downloaded it and then they were not very happy about it. But it's like you leave it open, it's like, I don't know, if you cared about it, you should have protected it.
Well, Boeing also stored time as a 32-bit unsigned integer on the 787, and if they don't reboot the plane every 80 days, it shuts itself off midair. So they're not exactly the gold standard of computing.
Wait. What now?
Oh, yeah. So the 787, I think it is, 32-bit time. I think it's the 787. Yeah, counter rollover bytes Boeing 787. So it's 248.55 days. If they don't reboot the planes in that time, which is a bit over 8 months, which is actually pretty common for airplanes to be on that long, the time will roll over and they'll lose control of the plane.
Nice.
Yeah.
Everything's just held together by like small little string.
Yeah, so they actually made it part of the 787's pre-flight checklist to reboot the plane before flight.
Wait, what did they make? What's the pre-flight?
You have to reboot the plane.
Nice. Love it. I mean, come on. Do you not feel safe knowing that your plane has been rebooted recently?
Didn't Cisco do that too? Yeah, Cisco isn't stranding me at 35,000 feet in the air when,
Right.
when their shit reboots.
There you go. Yeah, that's the biggest denominator. Gotta keep that in mind.
Yeah, it only makes me want to like drive everywhere instead of flying now, you know?
No. Well, I have been actually, personally, just because I don't like getting in enclosed cabins with people that are sick. But that's not to say I wouldn't fly overseas or anything. I really think people shouldn't be sick when you get on a plane.
Yeah, that's true.
That's all there is to it. Like, I know it's a mean thing to say and blah blah blah, but it's the way of the world, man. I mean, I'm honestly, I'm let down. I was crushed when my COVID tests came back negative.
Were you
True story.
hoping you had the what are they called, antibodies?
Yep, I was.
Oh, okay.
I was hoping. And so I got tested. When I went and got tested, the people there had no N95 masks, even though I did. I had an N95 on. And I was like, why is it that I'm wearing this and you're not? And he was like, I don't know. We can't get them. And yeah, it was like a really messed up thing. But yeah, like he did the blood test. He said, "Don't worry, I've scrubbed down everything." And they did a pretty good job at Quest of doing the test. However, I don't know, like I fear for, and I went to my car and I grabbed some N95s and gave them N95 masks, right? But I fear for all the ones that didn't get free masks from fucking NOTDAN or whatever. There's literally the one down the street, dude. He's the whole crew, the 3-person crew was just in a really rough spot. Not fun at all. So
Yeah, it's pretty terrible, like the lack of like masks and other stuff that like hospitals and like medical staff are having. So yeah.
Yeah,
bad.
it really is. It's to the point that I'm kind of readjusting my worldview and thinking maybe I should focus on that for a while. Just getting masks and stuff to the front line where it's needed, right? Because that's really all that matters. All right. What do you say, Upgrade? Are you you got anything else?
Nah, dude, I'm pretty good. I was gonna say, the last thing I want to say was, they had like blood samples from 2 guys that tested positive for pneumonia in France back in December, and they found out that they actually had coronavirus back in December in France. So,
In December? Yeah.
yeah, kind of weird.
I think it's been around a lot longer than we thought. And
Yeah,
I like
exactly.
my whole thing going to get tested was an attempt to try and prove that a lot of us have it when we didn't realize we had it. Amazingly, I did not have it. Now, the test might also be wrong, because there's some really good reasons why I should have it. Let's put it that way. But anyways, I don't know. Wow.
Yeah. I also like kind of wonder because in January I got kind of sick. Like I wasn't super sick. Like I thought, oh, it's probably just a flu. So then if it was around like that time, maybe I could have gotten it, but I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's so interesting because it's easily a thing that you did have and just were not negatively impacted so horribly, right? And the thing that frustrates me with all of this is the unknowing and the knowledge that we just don't know on the COVID numbers. I get the impression that it's not changing. It's not changing the landscape as much as people think it is. And the reason I say that is literally there's no hospitals that have been overwhelmed in the US that I know of. Zero. There's none.
Yeah, but that was what the social distancing was for, was to stop that.
Okay. But then when do you stop, right?
This is a great question. Yeah, because everybody's
yeah,
gonna get it.
exactly.
Everybody's gonna get
You
it, or
can't-
we're gonna get or we're gonna get a vaccine. One way or the other. Everybody's gonna have to build up immunity to it.
I mean, you can't go on like this forever, right? So,
Exactly.
I mean, at some point, you have to start, like, letting people go out again.
It's very frustrating. It's very frustrating. I can't even imagine how frustrating it is for you. For you guys to be dealing with. Try and
Yeah, I'm happy I still have my internship, but I know several people. I mean, I don't know them personally, but I've seen people on LinkedIn say they lost their internships and stuff, and that must really suck.
yeah, it does suck. It's too bad. Let's see what this has to say.
Okay, Dan, I'm gonna bounce, dude. I'm passing out, dude.
I'm bouncing myself. So we'll leave it at that. Let's leave it on a semi-positive note, right? 3.7 million cases. 1.2 million have recovered.
Hell
The
yeah.
rest are just kind of going through the process. But we have 1.2 million recovered. That's pretty good. That's something to celebrate. Let's at least celebrate that. We'll see you next time on Hacker Rehab. Peace.
Peace, guys.
Thanks, Not Bear. See you later.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Dan, have a good one, dude. GG's.
It was 1974. Young Auto-B rolled out the factory door. Fresh, clean, yeah man, not a scratch. Indianapolis initial dispatch. First 13 years just sat back. Soaked up culture, learned how to rap. Cut my teeth on a crew called Brains and with a new man that I'm lead with my man, but me know I had to be warming up. Hit beat down, started forming up. A crew that definitely pulled it up. Shabba mass that band that'll bump your rump. But all good things gotta die sometime. Transfer, but there ain't no sunshine. Hooked up with these Auto-B allies. Knew we were like-minded after one line. One night, man, yo, I knew we had work. Lost one beat junkie, I'm through with that jerk. Step back, it's a red alert. I'm not kidding. Get in any motor vehicle that you can fit in. Sit in any seat in the emergency position. Allow my Auto-B to make it happen in no vision. I'm just another dude on just another stage in yet another city part of a bigger stadium. There's a bigger shows going down every day, so what you gonna do, man? Stanley would say that there's a lot of rappers filling the void, a lot of hot groups out there making noise every single night. By there's a bigger choices. You hear now, so raise your voices. You hear now, so raise your voices. You hear now, so raise your voices. Man, I hate it when I gotta get up when it's dark. I'm too tired and I just wanna sleep in. Start thinking I might have a cough. Think my boss would believe it. This weekend I did a lot of drinking. My voice sounds deep, so it just might fly. Start thinking that I just might try. Clear my throat, look.
Hi, this is Andrew Hall, I'm not feeling too well. Think I got the flu, but I really can't tell. Voices all scratchy and it's starting to swell. Well, you know I'm might be contagious. It feels like that it's in the early stages. My girl had it, now I think I caught it.
Oh yeah, dude bought it. Hook, line, and sinker, man, and never even bought it. It's time to get to sleep, restart niggas, hey. Really not prepared to begin this day. Up last night at a show too late. Too many drinks and too much smoke, and I wasn't even rapping, just laying low. Hold up, I gotta get the cell phone.
Hello?
It was nice, talking real fast. All I made out is dumped in the past. I'm just another dude on just another stage in yet another city part of a bigger stadium. There's a bigger shows going down every day, so what you gonna do, man? Stan, it would say that there's a lot of rappers filling the voids, lot of hot groups out there making noise. Every single night by there's a billion choices. You hear now, so raise your voices. You hear now, so raise your voices. You hear now, so raise your voices.
Yo. Yeah. I mean, I'm down. I'm down. I'm down. I'm down. I'm down. Let's do this. We'll do the redemption stream next. I'm gonna chop these though. I don't want these to be intermingled, if that makes sense. I think go away. Alright, there we go. Last one is this one. Boom. Silence. Silence. Okay. You can barely hear the mic? Really? Is that true? Or is it because everything else was turned up way loud? Really? I'm gonna wait a second. I did notice that it was quieter during the show. I actually did recognize and notice that. But the reason I didn't really care too much is simply I wasn't like doing anything terribly interesting. And as long as Upgrade and all them we're getting through, that's all that matters. I'm a selfless kind of guy. All right, let's see if that's pumped. Get it close to the reds, but just short of red zone. Yeah, hell yeah. The only person in the world I trust is not Bear. Just so you know. That's the only person I trust. Yeah, totally. My face is far away and talking, yeah, all the time. It happens constantly. This mic really isn't that great. You know, I bought it. I've been trying to like it. I've been trying to like throw the likes to it. But it's not so great. It's not the most amazing mic in the world. All right, so I saw a few things in chat. Let's see. Reward requests. There we go. Let's see how many nightmares lie before me. Let's get some doggos in here. Shit, I can't This is an old one, I think. But I will get the doggos in here. I'm gonna leave that one alone though. Involuntary karaoke. What's in my OPSEC? Excuse me. What's on my OPSEC? Writes Men at Work Down Under, and also what's the song? Oh, the Barney song. Yeah. Don't you worry, my friend. I have a fucking. I'm totally down to do the Barney song. Like, that's easy. Easy. Easy, man. Double check. What we got here? It's Men at Work again. I'm gonna say Men at Work wins, definitely. So let me listen to the song, because I'll be honest, I haven't heard the song before. Sorry. Oh fuck. My fucking computer's being all stupid. Shut up. Go away. Wow, there's another prank call request. Shit. What the fuck? Strange. Response. Asharis, are you around? Because I got some weird stuff in here from you. I don't know what that means. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got this too. It's just. Alright, well, let's listen to the song the entire way through. Let me make sure I didn't kill any of the streams off. Looks like Chatterbait's going strong. Well, fuck yeah, Chatterbait. Hell yeah. Thanks for reconsidering, or whatever the fuck happened. But, yeah. And that good old Chatterbait. I think somebody wrote earlier that it was the most clear stream. And I would not doubt that at all. I agree. Ooh, privatecams.com. What the fuck? ChatterBait.com/NotDan. There I am. Look at me. Look, it's me. What's up, Chatterbait? By the way, shouts to ChatterBait.com. Gotta say that. Because they did ban, unban, banned again, and then unbanned. And currently, I think I'm unbanned. So hopefully it's that way. I think they know maybe what we're doing here, and hopefully they continue to be one of our multicasters. If not, we want you, but we're not gonna chase it forever. Are you guys ready? Let's do the song Men at Work, Down Under. Oh, this is the official video too. Nice. I'll put it up there. Okay. All right. We got the video's awesome. I gotta I gotta put this so that I'm smaller and the video's bigger. Fuck. Wow, I really don't have any templates for this. Man, I suck. I'm terrible. Terrible. Dude, that's somebody that's not even on. Okay, yeah, as I said before, I was gonna reconnect this as an after stream. Yeah, I think it's just about time to